This is Dustin from KMSU. I'm here with my co-host, Ton.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Doing good. How y'all doing?
Awesome. We are so glad to have you on the line. Are we to refer to you as Stonehenge or just like...
Stonehenge is good. Good with me. Just for, it's easy to remember, I feel like.
Keep the kayfabe going.
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Ton's already throwing out the lingo here. We're 1 minute into
I have no idea what he's talking about, so...
I got ridiculed hard on Twitter for just talking openly about having you on the show and that you were a local guy. And one of our fans got on there immediately and was like, "Don't stop exposing the business!" Just like super pissed.
Because I'm on the show?
No, because I was talking openly about you being a real person rather than Stonehenge. Oops. It's all right.
Yeah, might be too late to put the cat back in the bag there. As far as I know, we just call it entertainment now to avoid getting taxed by the state athletic commissions and all that. Otherwise, I want to win if I can, right?
Yeah.
Can't win if you don't play.
Awesome. Well, I mean, we want to talk about a little bit. You're originally from Mankato, and you're making your debut here on November 23rd at the Cato Ballroom with Midwest All-Star Wrestling. Can you talk to us, I guess, a bit about yourself and how you started in the business, or if you want to talk about being from Mankato?
Yeah, I mean, Pagliai's Pizza, right?
Yeah, man.
No, I was born there, born in 85, and wrestling was always a big thing for me, but I never had the chance to get in the business, as they call it, until quite a bit down the line. So this is something that I've been wanting to do. Some of the first independent or non-WWE wrestling shows I ever saw were actually in Mankato, and it wasn't like as big of a thing then as it's starting to become now. A lot of the crowds closer to the Twin Cities area, you'll see shows selling out long before you get the chance to buy a ticket at the door and that type of thing. And I don't know, it seems like business is on the upswing as far as that. Yeah, man. So it's just nice to come back to Mankato, and I got my fingers crossed that MAW can do good, that we can all do good. Pack that baby up. It's been a long time coming. I'm going out there to kick some ass, to get my ass kicked, et cetera, et cetera. Win, lose, or draw. I just want people to go home and be like, yo, that dude was crazy. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do what I do best, which is just act like a maniac and slap people up.
So then how do you go about, obviously everybody, especially who grew up in the 80s, are fans of wrestling, but, most of us don't actually make it a career, get into the ring. How did that work for you as far as, the transition from being a fan to actually, getting into the business?
Often they'll have things like seminars and stuff that are usually for trained wrestlers. And there was a show way up north. They had brought in Roddy Piper, Jake the Snake, forgetting some of the other names. But there was a seminar held there by Trevor Murdoch, who had came off a WWE run. For those that don't know him, he's more of like old school kind of, looks like the drunk uncle that could whoop your ass kind of deal. And I gravitated towards that. And the seminar was supposed to be for people who had already been in, but I didn't know who to talk to about getting in. So I just came there and I was honest about it. And I was just like, point me in whatever direction maybe. And I was looking at going to Harley Race's school, but I happened to bump into another trainer who was there at the time, Terry Fox, who was co-trainer for Eddie Sharkey, who, they trained Road Warriors, Rick Rude, a bunch of people like that. So I just wound up meeting him. going from there, and stuck with it in the sense that, you know, other schools popped up. Eddie Sharkey popped back into the training business for a little bit, so I'd pop in there on occasion. And then right now, Ken Anderson or Mr. Kennedy, whichever name he's legally allowed to use, he's got a school up in Minneapolis right now, so I'll pop in there on occasion or whatever, try and sharpen the iron. But yeah, I've made my first actual wrestling match. I guess it's been like 2015 would have been the debut, so to speak, but I've never had the chance to do it in my own hometown. And that's what I'm looking forward to, is I'm hoping to see some faces that maybe I have seen before. Go, oh, is that Joe? So who knows? Yeah, I'm just hoping for the best. MAW's been doing some crazy stuff, and they bring in names on occasion and stuff, and who's to say if we get a good turnout, you know, maybe next time I come there, it'll be me and Sergeant Slaughter, you know, fighting over a Thanksgiving turkey. Who knows?
Awesome.
Well, yeah. Can you talk to us a bit about that? You know, you're with Midwest All-Star Wrestling now, and it seems like, are you able to work for a lot of other local promotions? Like, do you kind of just, you know, book yourself where you can, or do they approach you, or how does that work?
It goes both ways. Like, on occasion, you'll have promotions reach out and ask for your info or ask if they can use you for their events. And most of the promoters are pretty good about knowing that's what's best for everybody, is not being like, hey, you can only work for me or something like that, because nobody's really paying their bills on this level of it. But there are people that start off around here and get to the next level, and they don't get to that next level just by staying in one place or only working for one company. But like, there's guys on TV right now, Shorty G, I guess is what they're calling him now, Chad Gable, or he was actually in the Olympics, placed 8th in the Olympics for Greco-Roman wrestling, but he got his start around here. The big tall dude from the Wyatts, Eric Rowan, he got his start around here. And anytime you see some of the security guards and all that kind of stuff on the WWE programming, often they'll use some of the local wrestlers and have them play that role. So there's opportunities for people that want to get in and want to take it to that level to get there. And if I'm able to pull it off, if I'm able to beat Big Mitch Paradise, who knows? Maybe that could be the win I need to take me to the next level. You know, get the title, get the money, get the contract, etc., so on and so forth. And you'll see those guys pop back in, you know, dropping backstage and stuff like that, just to check on the old home territory. So for the people that are wrestling fans, and like, I'd liken it to college sports, to go into the NBA or something like that, or to the majors, I guess, is for the most part, all the guys that you're seeing on TV right now have, you know, wrestled in front of these independent wrestling shows that might not be in big arenas, but they've still been up and down the road doing that this whole time for God knows how many years. So that's what this is. That's coming to Mankato, and I think the last time MAW was here was the first time there was an independent wrestling show, or a non-WWE, TNA, et cetera, et cetera. It's the first time they had anything like that for almost 10 years.
Awesome, man.
So I'm just hoping they can keep it going.
Yeah, definitely. Again, the Ballroom Brawl is coming to the Cato Ballroom here on November 23rd, and I know you can get your tickets in advance. I think they're a little cheaper that way. And as far as the Stonehenge, the persona goes, can you tell us a little bit about that, how that got developed, where that came from?
I was watching Spinal Tap, man, and I was like, Stonehenge, that's a cool name, because they kept trying to call me Mountain or whatever, and I'm 6'5", 300, so, which is big, but like in WWE, that's like, I guess it's still big now, but it's like I grew up thinking, oh, if you gotta be 7 foot tall or something like that to call yourself a mountain. Andre is supposedly 7'9" or whatever. Well, so I was just like, man, I don't want to be a mountain. It just doesn't feel right. I want to be Stonehenge, and that's just me being me, man. There's not really a shtick to it, and I don't know. I think that comes across in some of my stuff. I just go out there and do me. There's really not like a deep meaning behind it or anything like that, but it just started on a whim, and I just rolled with it, and I haven't changed it. I haven't been like, oh, I'm going to try this new clown gimmick or anything like that. I've just been hinging it up.
You weren't teetering on a Doink character and then decided on Stonehenge? That's good, man.
I've thought about if I can't do this, if I can't make it work, just throw on the Doink mask and move to deathmatch wrestling, and I could be the deathmatch Doink. Yeah. I don't think that's been a thing before, and you got to suffer for your art, and
yeah, man.
The Joker just came out. Got to put all the puzzle pieces together and roll with Plan B if the Stonehenge thing doesn't work out.
Good. You got to be flexible. Well, do you know who you're going to be working with against at the ballroom here on the 23rd?
I do, and I'm kind of shook. I'm kind of courage isn't the absence of fear. It's looking at fear or whatever, and then just still going ahead and smashing forth. Either way, Mitch Paradise, dude's like 7 foot tall. He's like 300 pounds of nothing but muscle. And I've been in the ring and with this guy before. And the next day I always wake up feeling like death. So I think this time I want to turn it around. I want to turn it around. And that's my plan is I'm going to take my medicine and I'm going to give it right back. So if you want to see two big boys beating the hell out of each other, that's exactly what you're going to see at the MIW Ballroom Brawl, baby.
Of course, Midwest All-Star Wrestling doing great now, as you mentioned, kind of doing other local promotions. What's the ultimate goal for you? Is it maybe WWE or AEW or maybe Japan or something? I mean, there's a lot of companies out now.
I'd like to believe that for anybody that their goal would be to get higher up and make it to the major league, whatever the major league is in their mind. And I still have that in me. And sometimes I think it'd be easier to just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to settle for just doing this. I'm just going to wrestle around town once a month or something like that. And at the end of the day, it's like I do want to break through to that next level, and I want to do more. And I think I just got to keep rolling with it. I got to keep putting in the work, and hopefully Mitch Paradise doesn't kill me, and I can actually do that.
Well,
seriously, Google Mitch Paradise and tell me that like he's a scary looking dude. He's a big bad some bitch. He is a tough man, and if I go in there and I give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. You know what I mean? I got to fight.
We'll do it.
Mankato coming back to the homeland, coming back to the motherland.
Ton's looking him up right now.
I am.
Now, if you're 6'5", 300 some pounds, and you're nervous about this guy, then it must be the real deal.
Man, he looks a lot bigger in real life than he does on the screen. I'm telling you, it's you got to be in a different state of mind. Sometimes I go out there and it's like, oh, I'm going to give these people a good show. Mitch Paradise versus Stonehenge. Yeah, I'd like to give them a good show, but at the same time, I'm trying to survive. The only way I can survive is just by giving it right back. So you're going to see two big bulls going head-to-head, locking horns, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, slams all across the room, taking them to the Stone Zone. I have no choice. I've crossed the point of no return.
Yes.
This might be it for me. This could theoretically be my last match. We're in the danger zone. That's how it goes. Cato Ballroom.
That's
November 23rd.
It's not going to happen, man. You're going to take this guy. Look at him.
You're talking
I'm
him
seeing
into
it.
the
I mean,
building
he
here.
looks tough, I guess. I mean, he does look tough, but don't let that
Well,
intimidate you.
He does hold a win over King Kong Bundy, I believe.
Oh, wow. That's something.
I believe there was a loaded fist or something involved. This is going a ways back.
Wow, it sounds so. This is like some dirty
So
pool
I'm
here.
here to avenge Bundy, is what it comes down to,
Yes.
which is why I'm on the 5 count.
Yes.
This feels right. You know, we got 3 dudes who just love King Kong Bundy talking about this exciting event.
You got it, man. Look at this. He's got like a mohawk thing. Just grab him by his mohawk. Take him out, man. You can do it.
Because you believed in me,
Yes, Stonehenge.
I'm going to believe in myself.
Yes.
And that's the only thing that keeps me going, is all my hungry little hedgehogs. Man, Cato, I need you. I need you.
There you go, man.
I'm telling you, the most expensive tickets there is like $15. I think kids' tickets are something like $7. If y'all come out to this and y'all don't have a good time, I'll let y'all just form a line, go ahead, walk down that line, and, you know, punch me in the stomach or something. Like, this is going to be a blast. Like, this is some of the, you know, you got me versus Mitch. You got the battle of the big bulls or whatever. You got this. We got an actual Army veteran coming in the house. Garrison Creed, Soldier of Fortune. We got Cold Stone Tim Boston, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's like a Stone Cold type of character, but in lieu of cold ones, the guy just loves Cold Stone ice cream. I think that's what's going on there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Craven Knight, this guy can flip-flop and fly all over the place. He can out-wrestle anybody. You got Austin Arrow representing the Native Americans to the fullest. MIW does great work with a lot of those people. They got a lot of charity initiatives. Last year we went out to some reservations and stuff like that, handing out Halloween candy and just being like, yo, stay in school. So it's cool to work with a company that likes to give back, and I'm really looking forward to MAW and me, Stonehenge, coming to Mankato at that Cato Ballroom for that ballroom brawl, baby.
Awesome. Well, after that, Stonehenge, where are you heading? Is there a place where people can keep up with you, maybe book you for shows, get some Stonehenge merch, anything like that?
Indeed. I believe it's facebook.com/ I'm trying to think of what it is off the top of my head. I can't. If you were to like type in Stonehenge wrestler, and just Google that, I'd assume that would be the first thing to pop up. I know I'm on Twitter at Stonehenge86.
We'll put a link up to it on our website. So
for sure,
listeners out there
yeah. I
find it.
don't want to hold you up in the middle of the interview and just be like, hey, let me check my Facebook page.
Awesome, man. Well, again, we are looking forward to it. The Ballroom Brawl here at Cato Ballroom, Midwest All-Star Wrestling. Stonehenge is going to be there November 23rd. Again, the tickets, you can get them in advance or at the door. Show starts at 7. Can the fans, obviously they're not going to line up and punch you because they'll all be entertained, but can they meet you down there when they go?
Oh, yeah. Feel free to track me down after the show. Let me know what you thought. Hope you guys love it.
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to try to be there, and maybe we can get some sweat on us or some blood or a couple teeth or something. We'll try to be down close.
I'm hoping to get a little bit of everything on everybody. So
awesome, man. Well, definitely great that you made it work out here for Mankato and making it work. And thanks for looking us up, and we're definitely rooting for you.
For sure, yeah. Us King Kong Bundy fans got to stick together. I appreciate being on the 5 count.
Thanks, man. It's been great having you on the show.
Right on, dude. Anytime, man. Hopefully we get to do this again someday.
Definitely. Keep us...
when I'm on top. Yeah, I know you guys just had CM Punk on, too, so real glow up.
Well, we've
Going
had...
from CM Punk to the guy.
No, we've had quite a few wrestlers on, but none of them from Mankato, so this is number one for us.
I love it, man. I appreciate the support.
Definitely. Thanks a lot, man. We'll see you on the 23rd.
Thanks. See you then, man.
All right.
Take it easy, y'all.